So I'm gonna apologize to all 4 of you. I've been at church camp all week. That's why I haven't uploaded. So without further ado, here we go. All right, today we're gonna hook jumper cables up from that truck to this truck and see if we can get this one to turn over with the key or with the jump setup or something. This is kind of a last ditch effort to diagnose the starter to make sure it is the starter and not the battery, because I would hate to spend all the money on the starter, which it's granted it's only like 40 bucks, only for that not to even be the problem. So mind the highway noise. It's Friday morning. People are heading out for the weekend, so we're gonna get a lot of campers and stuff driving by here. So I'm gonna pull the black truck down, get the jumper cables out, and we're gonna give it a try and see what's up. Stay tuned. My wife was telling me that there was an alarming amount of tree bark all over her truck this morning, indicating that maybe there was a limb that fell on her truck, but I can't see any limbs out here. My truck looks fine. Dogs did get into my trash can, so that's fun. I'm gonna have to go stand that back up. But we're gonna get the truck spun around, get it down the hill. Let me turn the air conditioning on real quick. Oh, hope you didn't get drunk off of that shaky move right there. All right. The easiest way to do this without getting stuck, because it just rained like 3 nights in a row, is to drive out into the highway and into oncoming traffic. And then back up out of the way. I'm sure that Jeep is wondering what in the crap I am doing. Haha, JK, JK, it's just me moving the truck. That might actually be my sister-in-law. Nope, that wasn't hers. All right, neutral, lock it up because I'm gonna be idling it. Hey, the tap works today. All right. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna get the jumper cables out of the back here and get y'all set up real quick. And then the next time you see me, I'll have these 2 opened up and we'll be hooking them up and everything. And we're gonna try and see if we can get this thing to turn over with the key or with the jumper or something. If we can, that eliminates the starter as the problem. And then we know that it's just the battery that makes it not want to turn over. And then we're gonna go from there. Maybe that'll kick off the ECU and everything will run hunky-dory. That would be great. If not, we'll have to diagnose it further from there. So without further delay, here we go. All right, we're gonna kind of jump this thing off, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so I think the battery is the problem. I'm gonna sit here and let the black truck kind of charge the Samurai for a minute, because it's still turning over a little bit slow. And then in a couple minutes, I'm gonna try it again, and we're gonna see what's up.
2 very boring minutes later.
Well, it's not the starter, so I guess there's that. There's a communication issue somewhere. So I'm gonna ponder it for a while, and then we might get back to this once I've pondered and figure out where to go from here. So I guess hang out, because what's liable to be 3 or 4 hours for me is only going to be a second for you.
346 minutes later.
Okay, I found a digital factory service manual online, and I had noticed a cut wire under the hood of the Samurai. So we're gonna go verify what that wire is, and I have stuff that I can. I have the equipment that I need to reconnect that wire if need be, just to see if that's the problem. That would be cool. I doubt it, because it looks like it's been disconnected for quite a while, and like I said, this engine ran like less than a week ago. So it's this one right here. It's this six pin plug. You can see it right there. It's cut off. That is really short. I would have to. Ooh, I might not have the stuff to repin that. I don't like this. That's like spliced in down here, because it's off of that wire. I wonder if that's just what it's connected to now. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's going on here. What? Bruh. What is that? Huh. Why? That is so weird. So where's that wire at? Sorry, I'm like actually watching my hand, not watching where I'm filming. I apologize. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. If I could figure out how to film it, we'd be in good shape. You see that little splotch of red right at the end? That's that wire. That's this wire here. So it's got green heat shrink on it up to here. So it's getting power from down here, going into here, into the splice, and down where it needs to go. But it's also doing something over here. I wonder if I need to take this apart. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, and let me get y'all set up. I just want to see if I can get in here and inspect this. I don't want to get my knife out on it. I really don't want to cut wires I don't need to cut. He says as he goes to get wire cutters. Just clip this one. So I will have to pull these apart now and resplice this at the very least, because I don't want that exposed wire wiggling around in here. That would be a tragic, tragic thing to have my Samurai just burn to the ground from negligence. What in the world All right, I would like to preface what I'm about to do by saying that I am not a professional in any capacity. And you should probably consult a professional, a 12-volt professional, before you start doing what I'm doing. A little red connector from yesterday and some heat shrink. We're gonna try to pop this stuff apart, put it together a little bit better than it is currently together. Get rid of some of the jankiness. I wonder if I can get this out. Yeah, get this vacuum line out of the way. Cut this right, Sean. Cut that right down. Woo. Oh, it was soldered, but it was like booger soldered. You can't see that. Sorry if the footage gets a little shaky. I'm standing right over the top of the camera. There we go. Jacket fell out. Yes. Perfect. I think I'm going to start with the Bic lighter. And just get all the plastic shrunk up. Slip that end in there. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's gotta be good tight weather seal. Put this side in there. Luckily this wire is a little bit smaller. What might have to happen at some point is once I get the schematic nailed down, I will be completely rewiring some of this and putting my own connectors on it, just to make things tidy. I'm sure if that side's soldered, this side is also soldered, but this is tying into an active wire that I can't do what I'm doing here with. So I'm just gonna hope that me doing this on this end of this wire is enough. I guess we're trying to find out how far this heat goes, huh? It is getting hot. Ooh, that blows heat a long way. I don't want that hot. I don't want that hot. There we go. You can see that a little better, can't you? I think that did it. That looks good. I'm gonna let that cool down on its own, and then I'm gonna slide that black heat shrink over the top of it and probably just heat that up with this Bic lighter. All right. I think that is amply cooled off. I'm gonna slide this down. Try to straighten this curve out as much as I can. We'll slide this down over the top of it. Oh yeah, look at that. That's lovely. I'm gonna get this vacuum line over here out of the way without splitting it. This stuff does not take much heat to shrink up. I am touching the naked wires over here with it, but it's not enough to hurt them. This is going to take some more digging and some more schematics, some more studying of the schematics to figure out where these wires are actually supposed to be going, because this wire is not even supposed to be here. Jumping from here to here and to here, that's not supposed to be a thing. All right, let me poke around some and try and figure out what's up. I'll get the black truck back down here and get it hooked back up. Okay, I got the black truck running. I got the jumper cables hooked up. We're gonna go over here, try to start this thing. again. That's just weird. Now it's not trying to start at all. I'm so confused, dude. I'm gonna go inside and look at my schematic online some more and see what happens.
6.5 hours later.
Well, I've come to the realization that there's not much free stuff left that I can do on this Samurai to get it going. All the wires that I was messing with was it was like intake airspeed and like throttle position sensors and things like that. I don't think that would eliminate starting. So what I have decided to do is I'm going to take the ECU out of the Samurai and take it inside, take it apart, and diagnose it. And I'll get some tools and then I'll meet you under the dash of the Samurai. Don't be late. I know you guys love this camera angle. I think this is what I'm gonna have to do to get this thing out of here. The good news is there's only like 2 Phillips head screws holding this thing to the truck. Sorry if that was loud. Okay, well, I know where that went, so it's okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's stripped out. To be fair, I did not strip it out. It was stripped out when I got a hold of it. Oh, no. That is so inconvenient. I am so displeased with that. Man. Okay. I'm gonna go get some drill bits and see if I can just drill that screw out. And we're back. So I went on YouTube and looked up what the best drill bits were on the market, and it turned out to be a DeWalt bit that was made in like Switzerland. But out of the like 10 or 12 that were tested, the DeWalt was the best and these were the second best, and the DeWalt was only 1 bit and this was a set. So I can only find these at Lowe's, and I don't have a Lowe's within like 2 hours of my house. So my wife happened to be in another town that had a Lowe's when I was watching this video. And so I texted her a screenshot, and I was like, hey, would you swing by Lowe's and grab me a box of these? She said, yeah. So she came home with the spoils of war, spoils of YouTube. All right, this is probably going to get loud. I apologize. I will adjust it in post. Wow, that worked really well. I'm super pleased with that. Oh, there's some tabs broke on this. Okay, I see. Oh, I see. All right, let's get this thing inside. And I'll get it tore open and we'll take a look at it together. And we're back. If you've never seen the inside of an ECM is an electronic control module, and it's found on most electronic fuel injected vehicles, or EFI vehicles. This one, while it is factory on a Suzuki, it's actually made by Mitsubishi. You can see right there. So we're gonna pull these 4 screws out and get in here and just take a gander. I've seen these taken apart before. I have the screws out. I wonder if you just like use brute force. Oh, yep, that's the one. All right. Wow, it doesn't look that bad. It all looks really good. except for there's a little bit of burnt something going on right in this region. This is one of those places where you have to be very, very careful. Now, we don't really stand a shot at shorting anything out because we're not hooked to power. Nothing's impossible, but it's highly improbable. You don't want to put any sort of pressure on any of these components on the inside because you don't want to break connections anywhere. And as you can see, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of connections. So if you're doing this, you have to be very gentle. So we're just pulling these 4 screws out. And I might have to pull these other 2 out on the side. Take a look and see. I know I can pick it up here and here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take these 2 screws out as well. They look the same. Okay, so there's no chance of me mixing them up because they're all the same. But if I hook a new ground to it, I'm probably gonna slither it up in here and hook it right here where I just pulled that last screw out of, and then I'll just run it right out the back to the firewall. But I don't see why it wouldn't be grounding already, because it's pretty stout. All right, again, very, very carefully. Here we go, okay. You want to try to hold this not by any sort of tangs that are in it. I'm going to set this out of the way. Make sure you got a good hold of it. When you flip it over, the back side looks great. Everything looks like I think it should. I don't know if you can really see. I don't know if I can get this too close to the camera. This is where all the burnt stuff is happening. And I think it's a little dirty. I think that's all that is. But here's the front. So I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet, because like it really doesn't look bad. I don't know what that foil tape is doing right there. I might have to get with my dad and see if he did that or what. But I would love to be able to get this thing fixed and going again. So that might be something that I do off camera, and then I will update you as to how I did it.
Much later.
All right, I've spent some considerable amount of time cleaning and assessing. And I found out that this capacitor has been changed recently, but it is the only part that smells burnt of this whole board. And I know it's weird, but yes, I have been sniffing this board a lot. And you can see here, this little area, this area for sure, whatever's going on here. It's all dirty. I got some Q-tips and alcohol and cleaned it as best as I could. Come on. And I don't exactly know what's going on here, but I do believe that I can change this capacitor, and I'll probably go ahead and change these two because it's a kit that comes in with 3 of them.
But I think I'm going to order that and put a new battery in it. And then we're going to revisit it after that. So I might not upload for a couple days because I have to wait for this stuff to get in the mail. But I don't know yet.
You can see I'm inside at the kitchen table. It's a brisk 69 degrees in here. If I go back outside today, it won't be for much. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps kick things off with my channel. You know how it goes. But once again, we'll be seeing y'all.